This is the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. Wycliffe Junior Rowing Club B against Marlow Rowing Club. And we've seen Wycliffe doing well already this week in this situation on Temple Island, and again they're moving well, but Marlow Rowing Club, who know this stretch of water so well, if you know your local geography, Marlow next town down the river, and just have a look at what Marlow are up to here on the Buck Station. They're heading off in the wrong direction, and this could be dramatic if they don't sort that steering out. Heading out in towards the middle of the water. They seem to have rectified the error of their ways there. They just got themselves back on track. But for a nasty moment, that looked like Katie Breeze in the stroke seat. She had a lot of correcting to do. Anyway, we're down live with the action now, and both boats right in contention. As you can see, Temple Island way back now as the race unfolds. That was an anxious moment for Marlow Rowing Club. They might be more anxious when they watch that back. And Marlow were giving themselves a fright there early in the race.
It's a curious thing, Tim. Marlow are a very experienced crew. A lot of these girls raced here last year, so they'll know how to row this course. And like you point out, you know, in terms of proximity, they know the course really well. I always wonder if this is a deliberate tactic when they do move into the middle of the course like that. I don't think it was, just given the sort of angles they were taking, but Marlow are a really quick crew there on the right-hand side, and this Wycliffe boat are holding them up, and this is the B crew from Wycliffe, so it's scary times for anybody who isn't a supporter of Wycliffe on the junior girls sculling circuit to be watching this Wycliffe B crew holding up arguably one of the fastest junior girls quads in the country.
So they're just getting quite close, the Marlow boat. If you look on the left of the picture, their blades are not too far away from, have just hinted at steering issues all the way down the course. They're teasing us a little bit, aren't they? So in the bow seat you can see here Mia Lawrence, and then you've got Emma Rayner, Annabelle Rayner and Katie Breeze. They're working nicely. It's good synchronised blade work, isn't it? But their steering hasn't helped them out.
No, it definitely hasn't. And actually every sort of jilt on that rudder slows the boat down. Even if it's just by fractions, it does make a difference, especially in a race where the margins are as tight as this one. Marlow with lots of work to do in this second half. I don't think they'll necessarily have expected to still be in hand-to-hand combat with Wycliffe, gone past the three-quarter mile mark.
This is Wycliffe Junior Rowing Club B, and they're putting in a terrific performance. You see there Eloise Etherington, Catherine Burton, Aggie Burt, and there in the stroke seat Mia Lowe's, just 17 years old. It's a really young boat in this Wycliffe. You've got a 16-year-old, a 17-year-old and a couple of 18-year-olds, so they'll be benefiting hugely from this experience.
Yeah, Wycliffe won first and second quads at the National Schools Regatta a few weeks ago, and I think this is remnants of that second quad. So they're an established unit, they know what it takes to win, but I think this is quite a surprise, a turn up for the books here to see the Wycliffe B crew doing what they need to do here on the Henley stretch, and I think leading Marlow. This is becoming quite an interesting little narrative as we come in towards the enclosures, and it's now up to Marlow to find a gear to respond. Marlow themselves were silver medalists in the Championship Girls Quad category at the National Schools, and there we go, Tim, as those crews come past us, come past that camera, it's pretty much neck and neck.
So this is the very best of junior women's quad sculls, and it's so tight as they move in front of the enclosures. They'll have loads of supporters there on the banks already cheering them on, and that cheering could make all the difference because there's nothing in it at all at the moment. In fact, in truth, all the way down the course there's been nothing in it. Wycliffe have hung on in there. Marlow, if their steering had been a little bit more true, might have found life easier going, but this could be something of a surprise on the cards in the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. Wycliffe Junior B up against this boat. You can see in your picture now, this is Marlow, a local boat.
Yeah, the Rayner sisters there in seats 3 and 2 for Marlow. They're the engine of this crew, and they're going to need to find an extra gear to take them home, because it looks to me, Tim, like Wycliffe, the slightly more dynamic, the slightly more robust coming into the enclosures, and I think they have snuck out into a bit of a lead.
Peter Chambers, well known on the GB rowing circuit, the coach of Marlow, will have his heart in his mouth at the moment as Wycliffe Junior nudge ahead in front of stewards. This is so tight still. 100 metres of the race remaining. Wycliffe have just nudged ahead on the Berkshire station, and Marlow Rowing Club need to put in a response here. Have they got a response? They're putting in a big surge. It's now or never for them. I don't think they're going to have it. I don't think they're going to have what it takes to turn this race round. And over the line go Wycliffe Junior Rowing Club in the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup. Terrific performance from them. They'll be celebrating that one. Marlow Rowing Club, that's the end of their regatta in the Diamond Jubilee. Great performance from the B boat from Wycliffe Junior.
Wow. Well, that is selected crew being unseated by non-selected crew, as the stewards would put it. That is quite the turn-up for the books. I think Marlow will be bitterly disappointed with that result, but all power to Greg Flower and Wycliffe. That programme is moving on in strides.